just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Commonly.
Well, Coach, the good news for now, no snow in the forecast, but plenty of scarves and mittens in this sea of orange at Empower Field at Mile High, just west of downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set. Red 80. 45, Mike. 45. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check. Big 20.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Give me radar. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We're pretty quiet. 36, 36, 32. Check 4. Hey, easy. Hurry.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got him. That's me. Monday.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. James has got it. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
And bring it. Ship.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
10. Teams meet. Night, sweetheart.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Easy, alert.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the edge. 32.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford complete to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Detroit.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
At the 33-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Lady.
51's the mic. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, easy. 32. Mike 51. Buzz. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Just like that. Check 43.
Hey. 0. Middle, let's go. Hey, Mike 51.
They give to Johnson going right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far.
Hey, 22.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go. 390. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On first down, it's Locke. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check. Check. Go ahead. Check. Out.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check out. 180. You go night. Monday.
From the red zone now, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey. 51. Hey. 51's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, 70. 24. Watch 24.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
21.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's McKissick.
Kill. Turn up.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. I'm coming up.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Locke. He sets to fire deep. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Locke. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
For Curtis Samuel, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Locke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a 1st. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Do it.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second and 10.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Johnson running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Get him, boys.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
Come on,
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Play action. It's locked. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay.
Second and 7 at the Lions' 26-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they...
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
12. Rabbit. Kill.
Now a first down throw. Luck. A little check down to Lindsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Trey Flowers in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Luck now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Trey Flowers, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Motion out of the backfield. Hey, 25.
Out of the gun, Luck. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed.
Let's go. Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 39, Stafford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Luck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Luck's throw caught by Rodgers. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hurry!
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Here's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard able to record his 5th sack of the season. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check out. 675. Yo. Check 52. Let's go, Mexico.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check out. Red 80. Line 40. Easy. Alert. Kill.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hatch it. 6-6, pull it high.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
250. Mike, 45. Let's go, let's go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Detroit, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.